happy that for 40 years, excuse me, bear with me, I had the friendship of George Moore. For 20 of that, we were traveling companions. And he was a lion's lion. I worked with him on the Sept Foundation, and I think George saw a need. He went down to Oregon and saw a trailer they had. And he said, we want one. Everybody looked at him and said they cost too much. George persisted and pushed it through, and we have the sight and hearing van today. Years later, the totem pole at Lyons Island had faded and was in sad shape. George Moore said it needs cleaning. He tore that sucker down, repainted, I think he did almost every piece of the work himself, and put it back up, and it looked like new. So, he was one of a kind. I won't talk about our travels, but we went to Penticton, we went to everywhere, Vancouver. The most memorable, George and I traveled to Denver, Colorado for the International Convention. We left his ranch, because he was a cowboy. We left his ranch and drove starting at 3 o'clock in the morning, got into Rawlins, Wyoming at 9:30 at night, and we looked at each other and said, the bar is closed in Denver in 3 hours and we don't get there for 3 hours. So we got a cheap hotel and stayed until wee hours of the morning and closed down the VFW, the American Legion, and the other facilities around town. But we made it to Denver in time for everybody else to be up, and we greeted them and they were happy to see us. And that's the kind of man George Moore was. He was a cowboy in the good sense of the word. And you heard me for years sit here and talk about how ugly he was. For those of you who don't know, that's guy talk. Or I love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Not much more to be said. I see a $2 bill hanging here by my new interim, maybe possibly in training, Sandy.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I'm not trainable, but I do have a tribute $2 bill for George, who made me feel incredibly welcome.
Thank you. Larry? Lion Larry.
King Lion Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. I have $10 today. It was a rather special day. It's my 50th anniversary today. Last Tuesday, I happened to have a birthday, which was something worth celebrating. Got to experience about 77 years of freedom. I'm looking like 78 now, so that's a good thing. And just sorry to hear about George's passing. That's a part of our life that happens to us. He gets to join another great lion, my brother Milty, at the time.
Uncle Milty, you remember that? Remember him well. We'll celebrate another birthday today, too. Do you have a happy dollar at all, Jessen? Should we do it together? Bob Jessen's birthday is today. So, yeah, let's give it the old lion happy birthday. Here we go.
That's a half-hearted happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bob.
Lovely. Just lovely, just lovely. Lion Mike.
Good morning, Leroy, President, and fellow Lions and guests. I am so blessed to have known George. He was a good friend, loyal, true, and a hard worker. If I needed anything, I just said, "Do you mind?" He said, "Yes, but let's do it." Also, I have another dollar of rejoicing because I am so blessed to be part of Lions Club and working on our dance. So far today, we're not done. We still need tickets. $1,460 in the kitty. And my love of my life, honey. He's all I need. And, golly, we went grocery shopping. I'm sorry, I cut our food budget down. Bills, expenses, $337.
Okay, that's tonight, isn't it? Marilyn, will you be my date tonight? Sock hop? Okay. Okay. I didn't have a date. Past President, Cindy.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and Guests, and yes, I can talk correctly. I have announced a sad dollar for the passing of George Moore. We were very good friends for over 20 years. I'm getting to that age where it's kind of hard to say that. But I have two happy dollars. You guys won't see me for the next 2 weeks because I'll be in Dothan, Alabama.
Alabama?
Seeing our friend Daryl.
And I also canned some pickled beets this morning. It was early. Jim had to be at work at 5 a.m. at McDonald's. He got up at 4, and the guy doesn't know how to gently close the door. So I got up at 7 and proceeded to can pickled beets.
Why did he go to work at McDonald's? You lose the business?
David? Fine, David. No singing today.
President Leroy, here's $1 for the happy bucks. President Leroy, fellow Lions and gals.
I don't get around. That's all right. I'm having emotion. It's okay, I'm okay. I don't get around to see each and every one of you, but you know, I have a lot of, I'm going to get through this one. I have a lot of respect for each and every one of you. I thank you for the people that helped me with the food and different things you put in the badge on. And I'm going to let it go with this. When I say love, it means that I respect people for who they are. I'm just told to be careful how you say love. I love each everybody. I love each and everybody I get in contact with. Worked for 42 years. I worked around people. I'm a people person. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Past President Terry.
Pass something, whatever. That was fine. Pass has been. King Lion Leroy, fellow Lions guest. I do some dollars for George and his passing. He was a great Lion. When I became Secretary Treasurer, he was one of the ones they told me to talk to. And I think he's the one that told me it was an hour-a-week job. Oh, you did too? You were the other half hour. At any rate, I'm sorry about his passing, but I know he's in a better place.
Secretary Phil.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, mixed dollars today. Very happy to have been married on this date 42 years ago. And we'll probably see Larry and Donna in the restaurant tonight because we seem to go to the same places. Sad dollars is for loss, Laura, George, and Friday I was up in Silicon saying goodbye to my cousin's husband, who was a very dear, dear man. So, season of loss, but they're all in better places.
Thank you, Phil. Okay, I gotta go back this way. No. Past District Governor Mike, we'll stop here. King Lion, Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I got some dollars here for George, of course, and Laura. And I lost a very dear friend down in Oregon 10 days ago. And also I survived a gunfight Saturday night.
Yeah, you got a hole in the other hand?
Lying wrong. Somehow this is a joke.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, this is a sad dollar, $5 for George.
Past Zone Chair, Marilyn.
Yeah. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I have $5. I made notes and I have too many notes, but the major one was in memory for George. He'll be forever in my heart for many reasons. We attended Laura Tull's service on last Friday, and it was an amazing service and an honoring of a woman that I'm not sure we all really knew everything about her. It was great to know all those things. I'm excited about the sock hop tonight. I hope everyone tries to come. If they don't have a ticket, I have 2 I haven't sold. And is that $1, $2, $3, $4? You're trying to take this mic away from me. About being under the deck with my husband for 2 days. 22 years ago, we put riverbed rock under our deck for a decorative, let's get, something under there to control the weeds. Now the weeds start growing and we decided we're just gonna get all those rocks back out. 2 days? 3? 3 days.
Steve would have helped.
Marilyn, next time I'll help you. You got the duck. That's President Ken.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, $2 half dollars, one for Laura, one for the fantastic George Warren.
Past District Governor Mark.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, first apology dollar for arriving late and not shaking Gary's hand. It would be an honor to shake your hand anytime, but I just got here a little bit late. Dollar number 2, fantastic concert last week for Dave Matthews Band. It was an amazing show. Patrick was there, 34th time for me, and they're still just amazing. Dollar number 3 is the service for Laura Tull. It was good service. Good to see about 3 pews full of yellow jackets there at the service, and as was commented on, learned things we didn't realize. I especially appreciated her son talking about she made him a commitment when she was young to read 10 books a month, and as far as they know, she kept that up for over 50 years. I can't even imagine reading 10 books a month for that long of a stretch. And of course, the final dollar is for George. My first experience with George, about 6 months after I joined the club 33 plus years ago, I was made a tail twister. So I have these rolls up here. In those days, we didn't have a remote mic. So I had to depend on whoever was next to me, usually Jim Reineke, giving me the name of the person. And I kept getting the wrong name for George Moore, so he got a little bit miffed at that. Over the years, we developed a pretty close friendship. He's still to this date the only person who ever got me kicked out of a bar. District governor year, as those of you who have been a district governor know, you're traveling a lot. George was I think he made all but 4 of my visitations for the whole year, including staying overnight a couple times up in the Aberdeen area. And I also remember shortly after that year as immediate past president, and Fort Vancouver Lions were bragging about the fact that they were going to pump us in visitations. It was already late in the year, and George decided, no, they're not, and we crushed them by about double the score back when we counted for mileage and members and everything like that. So, and finally, along George's lines, thank you, Greg, for giving me a heads up. I was able to go visit George Thursday and Friday, so I appreciate that.
Cell phone goes off. Yeah, okay, thank you, Holly. My sister Governor Doug.
I saw that.
I like her.
We're gonna have to do this all the time. He gives her $1 to put into the pot for a fine.
Well, that's very out of time.
Very
That's
kind.
why, so-
Anyway, I have $2, both of them were $7. George, I've only been in the club for 10 years, but I really enjoyed being with George all that time. I used to accuse him of being the last charter member of our club. And I'm going to be able to do it in the future. The only other thing is, I was not here this Saturday because Tony and I were with Mike and Pat Parker up at the Lions Sight and Hearing Foundation in Seattle. And I had a chance to, if I could find it. Oh, here it is. I looked at the history of, they had a whole history of the Sight and Hearing Foundation on one of the walls. And I was looking over that, knowing that George had been involved. And I found this in writing on the chart. 1996, the Lions Health Screening Unit is purchased and launched thanks to the efforts of Lion George Moore, who spearheads the process, and in 1998, the Lions Hearing Conservation Foundation is taken on as well. Thank you, George, for everything you've done. I'll miss you. I know you're in a better place, but I'm still going to miss you.
Thank you, Doug. Brian, Mike?
President Leroy, fellow lines and guests, I have $3 today. $1 is I'm happy that my brother-in-law Ronnie is here with us today. And another $1 is I'm very sad that I didn't get to see the Husky game. No, we record it and we watch it the next day, and we didn't get the whole recording.
You're lucky.
I was saddened to hear that they lost. I know that my daughter had a long night at the game. And I know that all the Cougar fans in this place are happy because the Huskies lost. The third $1 is that last Wednesday, Nita and I went down to the VA in Portland, and there were a couple surprises waiting for us. One is that we got a brand new wheelchair from the VA, which was a big surprise. They also put me in a scooter, and he had me run through the busy lobby of OHSU, which just terrorized the heck out of me. I did not hit anybody, and I scared a couple people pretty bad, I think. Nita later told me there was this black guy in a wheelchair, and I didn't even see him. So anyway. Anyway, those are the two surprises. Another one was when we drove up the driveway. Bob was working on the wheelchair ramp some more, and we were surprised to see him. And we now have a swimming pool where the flat area on the ramp retains water, and so after the downpours that we had last week. Anyway, that's all. Thank you.
Pat Zone Chair. Great.
When you were talking surprises, I was wondering if the rabbit died too. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, $7 for George. I knew him for over 40 years in this club, did a lot of stuff with him, did a lot of traveling with him and whatnot. And I had the honor of spending time with him last couple days he was with us. George was in absolutely no pain. He sat there, laid there in the bed, told everybody there what he wanted, and he had his two brothers there telling where everything was hidden in the house so they could get it. And his son Ardell was there, and he was telling Ardell where he wanted his service, where all of the stuff was for his bank deposit boxes. Anyway, George went very peacefully. He had a banana. Everybody thought he fell asleep until somebody noticed he wasn't breathing. So he went in a very, very, very comfortable way. And I will very much miss him.
Ryan Skip?
President Leroy, fellow Lions guests, and Beauty and the Beast. Let's, and $2. One, George Moore is a Lion legend and will always be that. And he'll be greatly missed, and hopefully we can all live up to some of the wonderful standards that he maintained for so many years. $2, remember that glow last week that I talked about coming from the east? The Cougar bus, you know, all buffed up and shined up and ready to go. 2 weeks in a row. You know, all the major college teams in the state of Washington won their games. Except one. But we will not dwell on that. We will wish them well until the Apple Cup.
Pass on chair.
Gary. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I too have a couple sad bucks for the passing of my Lions mentor, George. The year I was president, he accompanied me to the international convention held in Phoenix that year, and he introduced me to quite a few of his mentors. We had a marvelous time there, including a place at Hooters. Yeah.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. That's on chair, Steve.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I too will miss George. There's $5.
Past council chair, Hal. Not lengthy, Mr.
Thank you, Beauty and the Beast. I like that. President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, there's $5. One is for the wonderful day at the boat show where Greg called us and told us the sad news about George. I was able to see him the day before, and you know, he told me he was ready. He was really, really ready. For many of you that don't know, those of us that go through district governor and zone chair, George and Jim were the ones that were poking me in the back, maybe even a little bit of Greg, I don't know. But it's just amazing and sad, and go Cougs.
Good job. Okay, Lion Jerry.
King Lion, fellow Lions and guests, on a negative side, I feel a great loss of George and Laura, and also a friend I've known from my youth, as many of you probably know, Sharon Heron, passed away last week. On the positive side, last Thursday, I attended a speech given by Whitey Nelmark over at the, I'll tell you, the packed crowd over at the museum. Whitey talked for an hour and a half, and everybody there said they wished he could have gone on some more.
He was quite a chat master. Lion Dina.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I too will miss my dear friend George, but if anybody deserved to go peacefully, George deserves it. I have another happy dollar. This won't be a happy dollar. When I went to visit George on Friday, I was so impressed that there's a page and a half of people going to 114, and most of them were lions. I appreciate you guys so much. And another dollar because we're here. Oh, Lion Patrick.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. You know, Lion George was a great guy in Lions. I had the absolute pleasure of also knowing him at home with Bernice. They taught my daughter how to ride a horse many times. Many times, George and I traveled with Rosemary Friends Church out of central Mexico and built houses and churches, and he was the same guy there he was here. That's all I got.
Thanks, Pat. One more, then we have to quit.
You're never patient.
You're never patient. Who are you kidding? Lion Bill.
King Lion Leroy, fellow Lions and guests. I had an interesting experience last Friday. I normally try to get 1.5 miles on my walker, but I got told that I was going to Laura Toll's funeral. So I went in and I sat down, and I got up and I sat down, and I got up and I sat down. I learned the rosary. Well, anyhow, by the time I get through, my pedometer said that I had traveled 0.31 miles. And so that was a celebration. Just, yeah. That's what everybody's telling me. I gotta go off to the name. Second one is George Moore. Every time that he called, he'd say, Billy, I got a project for us. We hauled 570 bicycles to Seattle. We hauled 8 horses to San Diego. So I almost defy anybody to say that they traveled more with George Moore than I did. He loved to drive.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Right. Okay. Hello. Invocation. The invocation will be given by past President Ken Botero.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, we say goodbye to a very, very special friend and a very special lion among lions. Let us bow our heads for a few minutes to give our thanks for the privilege we've had to have known and look for the excitement of the future with George Moore. Thank you. Lord, as we bow our heads today and thank you for the blessings we have to be part of the Pioneer Lions Club, we thank you for the opportunity to serve our communities and each other. May we always keep in our minds and follow in the footsteps of our beloved brother George in all that we do. And may thy blessings be with us this day as we remember him and all of his activities. And we ask thee to bless us food that we partake of this day, that it'll nourish and strengthen our bodies, that we may move forward in the promises of thy kingdom here on the earth. With love in our hearts, we thank thee for all, especially the privilege we've had to be part of George's life. Amen.
Thank you. Amen. Our pledge will be led by Greg Churchill, all the way in the back. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And our song today will be led by past council chair Hal Palmer.
My country to thee, and of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Great catch.
Leroy impeachment.
Thank you, Hal. Okay. We have a bunch of announcements that we gotta get through, and so we're gonna start off with I guess we'll start off with Flora Lee. She's got something to say about what time tonight and where it's going on for the hot sock. Where's the bike? Right behind you. Oh, we gotta do gas? Okay. Do gas.
President Leroy Lions and guests, we have a couple of guests that have been claimed by Lion City Pickett.
President, Leroy, members, and guests. My dear friend Diana Bach finally showed up to the meeting.
And one more.
Okay, and Lion Anita Boland as a guest.
Yes. My big brother Ronnie came to help today, and I'm so grateful.
Welcome, guests. Okay, Flora Lee. Hop sock. Sock hop? I got it on here wrong. Who cares?
President Leroy and fellow Lions. Sock hop, come dance tonight and eat with us. We have some games to play. You heard about our money that we're very proud of. And I have a few more tickets I need to sell. And Dolly. So, and Marilyn's got some. Please don't let us go home with tickets. Buy them today. Right after the meeting today, I'm inviting you all to join me at the Elks. Do you know why we're going to meet at the Elks tonight? Right after this meeting? We're going to decorate 50s and 60s style. We're going to have fun decorating. So, how many hands do I see that can come with us to decorate? Raise your hand, please. 1, 2, 3. Yes, please come. We'll take you all.
Thanks, Flora Lee.
Does anybody recognize the guy that came in the back room?
Hey!
There he is. Hi, Keith.
Welcome, Keith. Next up is with announcements. First Vice Chair Doug Harvey. Yeah, you can use my mic. District Governor. Sorry.
All lines and gas, we got an announcement. Next Tuesday, the 17th, will be our second Street of Greens meeting. It'll be in my office, 209 Hudson. We're moving the time to 6 p.m. to make it a little easier for some to attend. Again, that's next Tuesday evening, the 17th. My office, 209 Hudson, Street of Screensfield. Thanks.
Okay, next up is Bob Jensen. Justin. I can't even read my own handwriting.
President Leroy, members and guests, we're taking the ice cream wagon and the kettle corn machine over to the Highlander Festival Saturday and Sunday. And there's a lot of openings on the schedule, especially Sunday. We're going to take a couple canopies so you won't get wet. So it might be a little chilly, might need a little coat or sweater or something, but it'll take place and we'll have a good time. We'll sell ice cream and kettle corn. Thanks.
Thanks. Next up is, you can stay there. Actually, not yet. Marilyn, Pasadena Chair Marilyn. But you can use my mic.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I need just a very brief education committee meeting, this table after club.
And Pasadena Chair Greg Firth has an announcement.
President Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, when I was talking about George, I forgot to let everybody know when his service is. His service will be September 27th, it's a Friday, 1 o'clock at the Elks. That was George's wishes to have a service over there. Anyway, then tomorrow night, our monthly Sight and Hearing Foundation meeting will be held. We're going to have a guest there tomorrow night. We're being presented with a $5,000 check to grant money that we applied for a while back. They want to come see what we do at our meetings and present us with the check. So they keep coming in, we'll stay healthy.
And Zone Chair Cindy Fickett.
President Leroy, members and guests. On the calendar, I had put the 18th for the Lions Sight and Hearing. It is this week. It's the second Wednesday. I wrote it down this time. And two on the back, I read the awards, but I guess there's another sheet of them. I guess we won every award that you could. So we did a great job. We won Zone Chair, we won Visitation, Membership, Secretary, Club Excellence, President, Secretary, and Newsletter. So great job, everybody. And Steve, can you move this way, please? One way. So we have the club picnic. It is the 29th at Lions Island. I know they're shelter.
That would be a better place.
There's the shelter. I noticed that residents have taken residence there again, but I assure you that we will have it clean and safe for everybody. There's a church group that comes in that morning. They'll be cleaning, we'll be cleaning, so it'll be double clean. So please don't worry about that, and then they can have it. We can leave food for them that night. Who knows?
So if you leave it like it is in the morning, how long will it fill his home?
Great. So sign up for that. Rain or shine, we're going to have games. I hear 2 more grandchildren are coming. And so we'll have games, and there's a play area there. We're going to have it real nice and fun. And there's a SOA meeting Wednesday, the 25th. If you need a visitation and you want to know more about Lions, it's a great club to go, or event to go to. Oh, it's here. The 25th is here at 6 o'clock. Come and sign up and you'll find out. Okay. Went to Kalama last night to prepare them for the visitation of the district governor next meeting. And we found out that the Kalama Lions have a bus that goes to the Lucky Eagles. It only costs $10. You get a discounted lunch. They meet at Target at 9:15, and you get a discount on their buffet up there. And they have raffles and games up and back. So it sounds like a lot of fun, and only $10. And the USA Canada Forum is coming up. That's in a week and a half, I believe. So if you haven't signed up, you might still be able to get in. And the Wenatchee Fall Convention is coming up. That's October 17th and 19th. So Friday night dinner, President Leroy picks a restaurant for the club to eat at that night, kind of a tradition for us. And we have a fun night after the dinner, and you wear glitzy shoes and hats and whatever. And then Saturday morning, we have a uniform parade. So if you could bring your dark jeans, dark shoes, your blue shirt, and your yellow jacket, it's really fun to do that. And then Saturday night is a dressy business attire uniform. Made it very broad for everybody. And glitter shoes, no white coat. And last but not least, I have visitations for those who need visitations or just want to come and enjoy the visitation. So they're up here, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 7th.
All right, thank you, Cindy. And the last announcement that we've got is Thursday morning is our board meeting at Bob Paul's Cafe. It's at 7 o'clock, and so don't forget that. That's coming up. And we're going to move right on so that our guest speaker chair is Vern Foster, and he's going to introduce our guest speaker.
Hey. King Lion Leroy, fellow Lions and guests, I think most of you know who our speaker is here. She's the Executive Director of the United Way for Cowlitz and Wahkiakum counties, and she really graciously agreed to take on and talk to us today because she literally is in the middle of multiple projects, including Day of Caring, which is tomorrow, the Foster Farms Kilted Classic Golf Tournament, which benefits United Way. That's Saturday, the Power of the Purse, and a heck of a lot more. To talk about the United Way, please welcome Brooke Fisher-Clark.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. You guys have such big hearts, and you made me cry during your mostly sad bucks today. So I don't know George, but my heart goes out to you and your club too for your loss. I also want to congratulate you on a happy note for making probably the best burgers I've ever had in town, hands down. So according to me, I believe this. According to my daughter, she thinks you make the best hot dogs in the world. And you actually had served at Day of Caring a few years ago with some of your club members serving our volunteers hot dogs. And I think she ate 6 that day. I've never seen her eat so much in my life, but she said hands down it was the best she's ever had, and can they please come and serve at her 16th birthday. So I'll keep that on my calendar. So, as Vern mentioned, we have a lot going on, and this is one of our busiest weeks of the entire year. Tomorrow is our annual Day of Caring event, the largest annual volunteer event for our 2 counties, and one of my favorite days of the year. We have a beautiful array of business, student, and citizen teams who participate and tackle a variety of projects submitted to us by local nonprofits and community-centered organizations. Our day will begin with a special Patriot Day ceremony at the Cowlitz County Fairgrounds grandstands at 8:15 a.m. tomorrow morning, where volunteer teams and community members can attend. We will be remembering and honoring those who lost their lives on 9/11, as well as recognizing and celebrating our emergency responders, veterans, and active military individuals. All projects completed in the community tomorrow are dedicated to all of these individuals. So if any of you are veterans or emergency responders know anybody, please encourage them to come and be honored tomorrow morning. We are also gearing up for the 20th annual Kilted Classic Golf Tournament happening this Saturday at Three Rivers Golf Course in Kelso in coordination with the Highlander Festival. United Way was honored to be selected as the event proceed beneficiary, and it's not too late to play, so if you're interested, please talk to me or Vern afterwards. And we will be hosting our 5th annual Power of the Purse event, celebrating local females and their positive impacts that they make in the community. This will be on Thursday, October 17th at the Cowlitz Expo Center. The event is almost sold out at nearly 400 people. This will be a record. This is a great time with purse raffles, fashion show, and a lot of other fun activities. And then September 19th, it's Give More 24, which many of you may have heard about, where community members have a chance to contribute to their charity of choice. We are seeking support for our agencies that we support, as well as our Dolly Parton's Imagination Library program, to keep our program moving and supporting more children in our community. To access more information regarding any of our events, you can go to our website, calletsunitedway.org, or we're so happy to see you in person or talk to you on the phone. Our office is just right over here in the old Columbia Bank building at 1338 Columbia on the second floor. So just as a refresher, for some of you that don't know, United Way is a human service supporting organization. And we hover over 3 essential categories: health, education, and financial stability. Your local United Way has supported numerous local nonprofit programs over our long-established history. And with our most recent grant cycle, we awarded $256,000 to local nonprofit programs whose work aligns with our United Way board set goals under those 3 categories that I mentioned. We have also planted significant new supports in the areas of children's literacy and academic preparedness, which I will talk about more in a minute. The entities shown here are the list of current partner agencies who are vetted for operational and financial soundness yearly, and who are eligible for applying for annual United Way grants. Some do not choose to apply on a given campaign cycle because their previous United Way supported program is now able to sustain itself, which is the ultimate goal for United Way. Progress Center achieved that this year with their Tracking Learning Children program, which United Way has supported for years. Some may not apply for other reasons on any given year, but these are all of our current partners, and they may use our partnership to leverage support from other funding sources or to benefit from our resources of volunteers, technical grant support, training opportunities, and much more. The partners who recently sought grant support for United Way goal areas were awarded based on the merit and quality of their application, judged by the entire United Way board, and a 10-minute in-person panel presentation that had very specific guidelines and parameters of what they needed to convey. The list of partners will continue to evolve and change, and our board will be reviewing new agency applicants later this month for consideration. United Way aims for the following 3 goals to be a reality through funding specific programs and other collaborations and resource support: that all adults and youth in Cowlitz and Wahkiakum counties are healthy, that all students graduate high school prepared for diverse post-secondary opportunities and beyond, and that all individuals and families are financially stable. In 2018, United Way was honored to receive a large contribution from a longtime donor who had passed away. She loved children and supporting their success, and in working with her living husband, we had developed our new Community Impact Fund. United Ways nationally are selecting target areas to invest in, collaborations, resources, and funding to make greater impacts. And our board selected youth development, and very specifically to get all youth to graduation prepared for diverse post-secondary opportunities and beyond. Thus far with this fund, we have awarded 2 school districts with an incentive grant for offsetting the cost of their host site fees for utilizing AmeriCorps volunteers for areas that will aid in achieving higher graduation rates. And we have the partnership of all of our school districts of Cowlitz and Wahkiakum counties on a new ASB card on track for graduation sticker incentive program that would reward kids via local business giveaways and discounts if shown to be on track for graduation with their ASB stickers on their card. This will encourage students to stay on track and show their community's support to them. We are currently seeking local businesses to consider partnering with United Way as a participating incentive business. So please reach out to us if you are interested. We have more in the development phase for creating progress towards this goal, so stay tuned regarding our community impact work. We know higher graduation rates cannot be achieved or sustained without looking at the whole child from birth to graduation. United Way put a stake in the sand on helping to improve kindergarten assessment scores, a first critical mile marker for youth academic success. Currently, Cowlitz County scores 30% kindergarten ready and Wahkiakum 34%. Your local United Way became the community affiliate of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library program in May 2018. And since inception, we have enrolled over 3,000 children. The program mails free age-appropriate books every month to children ages 0 to 5 who reside in Cowlitz or Wahkiakum counties. This program is considered world-class for improving kindergarten assessment scores and family engagement time. The Imagination Library is powerful. It has covered every single zip code in our 2-county jurisdiction, every economic class and diversity, and eliminates all barriers to books. We are so thankful to have had the amazing support of our founding sponsors, the 4 Rotary Clubs of Cowlitz County, and other businesses and individuals who have jumped on board to support more kids having this opportunity. $2.10 pays for 1 book, so a little over $25 a year supports a year of books for 1 child. Donor dollars that support this goes directly to the cost of the books and shipping. United Way operates this as a goodwill program, charging no admin fees to facilitate. We keep none of the money. Your local United Way could not make progress without the wonderful support of our donors, partners, and stakeholders. We are here to efficiently, transparently, and kindly support our community however we can, and we appreciate your trust and partnership. Your local United Way was proud to have been voted the 2019 Large Nonprofit of the Year by community members for the Kelso Longview Chamber of Commerce Business and Education Awards, and we constantly strive to remain accessible to you and accountable to you. We have a very engaged and dynamic board of directors representing a diverse cross-section of business, skill set, age, and other diversities to make the best decisions on behalf of our community. We have just completed another clean audit, and we receive the compliance thumbs up from our corporate office every year. Thank you again for the speaking opportunity, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
How many years before your daughter
Yes,
turned
ma'am.
16?
She's 11. You have a little bit of time.
When's her birthday?
May 3rd.
All right.
Yes, Pat.
On behalf of our Lions member Charlie Gord at CPAC, the Justice Advocacy Center, myself, Phil Olson on the board, we just want to thank United Way for the continued support for our kids.
Thank you very much.
Brooke, for appreciation of you speaking to us, there's a mug, and I know with your busy schedule, if you'd like to join Friday Lions, here's an application. We'd love to have you. Oh, so we'll make sure you get a hot dog.
No, you get whatever. Brooke, you get to make a hot dog.
You know, learn the Lions secret. Okay, let's see here. We're going to start off with desserts, I believe.
President Leroy, Bill Lane, and yes, the winners are Marty Botero and Judy Condal.
And so, like the blue ticket has lost its color and it's now white. I guess it's because when the fall gets here, the sun goes away, the blue skies go away, so that's where we are. So whatever you want this thing to be. So what used to be the blue ticket, now it's white, is 366 146 4.
No.
Tom's got that. He's the lucky white ticket winner. Thank you, guests, for coming. And Keith, it's good seeing you for a few minutes that you're here. So thanks for coming in, dropping in.
The red tickets.
One at a time here.
They might be blind, but he's not stupid.
Yes. Yes. For Lee.
We're not going to win.
Correction on the. No, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock when the music starts, 6 o'clock we open the doors to the meeting. We've got food and that's what 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock at the Elks tonight.
Leaving here to go decorate.
Have your dancing shoes or your socks. Oh, you got a jack, John?
Sorry.
Start with the right letter. Yeah. So, something else? Was there anything else? Okay, red ticket. I know everybody's anxious to see what that says, and it's still red. 95 69 73. Anybody? Eric? Eric, right here. Where's that to go with that, Eric? Where? Diabetes? Diabetes. Thank you, Eric. Well, everybody?
That's actually Bill.
That's Bill, sorry.
That's okay.
Hey.
I should come more often.
Yeah. Get bigger. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Sock hop, 6 o'clock. The Education Committee, see Marilyn right here. Anybody have anything else going once? Thursday, yes. Board meetings Thursday morning, pause. Make sure board members are there, so we have a quorum. And I guess that's it. Stay dry.